Aussies continue to grapple with stubbornly high costs of living. And joining me now live is Liberal MP Aaron Violi. Hi there, Aaron. Thanks for your time today. Now, I know that because of your tech background, you have proposed using technology to raise productivity, which would help to bring down costs of living. Do you want to shed some light on that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to be with you. And it's really important we look at technology, particularly artificial intelligence and AI. As we've seen in the last 10 to 15 years, the workforce has really shifted from that stronger manufacturing output, which is quite easy in a way to drive productivity. You invest in capital and machinery. But as we move to a service economy, technology and AI is going to play a huge role in driving that productivity growth, which is so crucial for the economy. If we want to have strong and the Productivity Commission talk about this a lot. Having strong real wages growth that's sustainable needs to be complemented with productivity growth to ensure that inflation in the short term, like we're seeing at the moment, but also in the long term, is within that 2 to 3% band. And it was really disappointing to see the government's AI paper focused on the risks of AI and didn't look at the productivity and economic upside. We've got to do both. We've got to allow for the risks, but also understand there's significant opportunities, particularly in a cost of living crisis, to bring inflation down to a sustainable level.
Why do you think that is so? Lack of understanding, or, it doesn't make for good spin?
Oh, it definitely doesn't make for good spin. We've seen consistently with this government, they haven't been focused on the economy and cost of living. That's the first thing we've seen. We saw that, for the first 18 months of this government, the Prime Minister was distracted. Since then, he's backflipped and broken his word on the stage 3 tax cuts. And we've seen for the last 2 weeks, and realistically since the budget, the Prime Minister and other senior ministers have been focused on internal matters, internal Labor Party matters, and Senator Payman is at the front of that, and that's what their focus has been on. There's also a real lack of understanding about what the modern economy is about, and that was shown through the Prime Minister's decision when he formed a government not to have a minister for the digital economy. The previous coalition government had a minister for the digital economy. That was Senator Jane Hume, who put in a roadmap to 2030 to drive digital growth, to drive productivity, to drive economic growth. It's not a focus of this government, and unfortunately, Australians are paying the price every day. Every time they go to the grocery store, every time they put petrol into the car or an electricity or power bill comes through, it's because this government isn't focused on the cost of living crisis or the digital economy and the upside opportunities for all Australians.
But do you think voters really understand what productivity increases can bring? Attacking retailers is very easy to understand.
There's no doubt there's different levels of understanding within the community about what productivity means, what cost of living means. What everyone in my community knows is that every time they go to the shops, they're paying more. But they also understand, and we've got to give community credit. Many people do work in businesses, small businesses, family businesses, trades in my community. They know that if everything goes up and it's not offset by productivity gains, it will cost them more. So we should never shortchange the Australian people. So they understand the importance of it. They don't have in my community, we're so busy working and putting food on the table, taking the kids to sport, that we don't have a lot of time to sit and read economic journals and things like that. But they understand a government that's focused on economic growth and productivity, and they see one that's distracted and not prepared to make the tough decisions to continue to drive economic growth and productivity for our country.